Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Back to throw now on first down. Brought in by Coates. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. the middle they go. Lawton. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Now the try here for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over. Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader." A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January. And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing deep for Stewart. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play. And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Now a handoff up the middle. Lawton. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time. As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. It's the fullback with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. He's piloted 2 drives so far, and unfortunately not very well piloted. Both led to interceptions. Now they're facing the deficit. Another touchdown after that previous pick. Starting over here, 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He finds his man complete. It's McGee. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
He'll look to set up his blockers. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Going long for Coates. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD.
But this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And one thing we do know, they will be a part of the playoffs come January. They have clinched the AFC West.
And that feels good for them, but they feel like their work is far from done because as it stands right now, they won't have the first round bye. But a lot of teams will tell you, that's okay with us. We just want to get to the playoffs and wreak havoc from that point on.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 28-0.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
On second down now, it's McGee, and they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's McGee. They'll give him 4 yards there, and now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, McGee, and he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Check smash. Check smash. Check 50.
They're going to look to throw. Going long for Coates. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins open the lead up to 34-0. Point after try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, Knox. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Mahomes firing complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Miami set to take over. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that 1-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about...
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. And, Charles, no two ways around it. Anytime you get the current #1 and #2 seeds in the AFC playing each other this late in a season, it's a big game.
It is definitely a big game, and not just for seeding and placement and such, but for trying to establish yourself as the team to beat. You want everyone else in the league to look at you and say, boy, it's going to be tough to knock those guys off.
Airing it out for Olsen. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mahomes now to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Now here's Mahomes. And he's got his big tight end here. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Check. Where's 52? 52. 52.
From the 39, Mahomes.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And again, it's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down. Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 2nd down now, it's McGee. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. Ambitious effort, but it's well short. And they will remain well behind.
Well, that was a show of support to even allow him to attempt to make that kick. And you know if he did, that would tie the NFL record. That's a heck of a shot.
Yeah, it would have been a big deal, but a little bit short. In motion left goes a tight end. They'll look to throw now on first down. Airing it out for Olsen.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. This offense, Charles, well, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, it was something like 4 of their last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team. Get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe, but that's much easier said than done.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Davis Price up the middle.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
Down inside the 10. Touchdown.
A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Dolphins just continue to roll.
So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll set up to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Up the middle they go. Watkins and a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Lawton, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. McKinnon here, it's complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Justin Fields leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. And then finally, we'll wrap up the week on Monday Night Football with a good one between the New York Giants and the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half?
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Watkins, and he'll get this up to about the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down.
Check 43.
Now a handoff up the middle. Lawton. And he's got nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Dolphins extend their lead yet again.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 29, Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Atkins. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Throwing now is Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Atkins. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a... Kansas City first down. Now Mahomes. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Watkins. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, Lawton. Room here to run. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46.
Switch. Watch the safety creep.
Give to Davis Price up the middle here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's the first involvement on the ground for the backup running back. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Right back to him on first down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. No. Undercrouch. Check.
Now a handoff up the middle. Lawton. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown! From 6 yards away.
And the Dolphins are pouring it on. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
KC's offense ready to take over. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing. People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
From the 29, Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Atkins. Will go down as a gain of 6, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now a give right side. Knox. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Two yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Shotgun and then a handoff to Davis Price. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. A Miami 1st down on a 14-yard pickup. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you that they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
On 1st down, it's Watkins. And some room, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. 78 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll set up a throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Lawton. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
108 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll run with Davis Price.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Davis Price with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 14-0 record as they extend their lead.
They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
And I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter and a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
And that flag accepted.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Watkins.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I know we're in the era of wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. They'll run on first down. Lawton, and he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
116 yards on the ground for him so far.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. We often give credit to the O-line. Their 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down now, Lawton. And down inside the 15 he goes. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big, you really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter, but do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 129 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. And this a 39-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep.
So for Miami, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.